Hello and welcome to the Hotkeys podcast. This is the show where we talk about all things pop culture random in the world. I'm your host, Mick, and today I'm joined by Wil.
What?
And
Landon.
And Colby. And Dave.
And Dave.
What's up, everybody?
Did you just boo Dave?
Yeah, I did, dude. He didn't match the energy.
Oh,
Sorry, I could have been less energy if you wanted me to be Colby. Sorry.
I don't think you could. It was about as low as you could go.
Yeah, dirtbag. Dude, today's a great day.
I don't think it is.
It's a low energy.
There's a lot of people that are like upset.
in
My
bad mood.
fantasy league is going dummy crazy.
Oh man,
Football's back, baby. Woo!
The one thing I don't miss about football season.
Landon. Football Landon.
Football Landon is the worst version of Landon. Like, and
To be
that's
fair,
saying
there's no
something
good
'cause-
versions of Landon. They're all terrible. This one is just in particularly terrible. It's a roller coaster of emotion.
So yeah,
It's a week to week, game to game.
it's like there's nothing worse than if like Landon's fantasy season tanks.
Oh, and it
then
always does.
Jordan's- and then Landon's just in a terrible mood.
That's why, like, about what would it be? Like November, December, worst time of the year because my fantasy team is out of the playoff contention.
I feel like you're the Seahawks of fantasy teams. So they do
Go
really
Hawks.
well for the first
Yeah,
half of the
Hawk up.
season, and then for the last half of the season, they don't do well.
Let Landon cook.
No, dude, no.
No, like you're gonna ruin that phrase for Colby. So please keep using it.
No.
Anyway, football season's back.
I don't like football.
Yeah, this is Michael's least favorite time of the year for sports.
Yeah, it's just all I hear about.
Yeah, I'm sorry. We'll try to talk about different things once in a while.
That's okay.
I don't really want to talk about anything else. Football. This is now the Football Keys podcast.
Football keys.
It's a fantasy football discussion podcast.
Yeah, it's got a good ring to it.
The Foot Keys podcast. Starring Wil Dobratz.
Speaking of-
Stop. This is like the third or fourth week in a row that we're going to talk
Will's
about my
wearing
feet,
flip-flops
so-
again
Yeah, dude,
today.
stop wearing flip flops. Cover them bad boys up. They won't get
Wear
attention.
sandals and socks. It's an in look.
I know. I just it bothers me. It's too like you have too much on your feet for how little there should be on your feet if you're wearing sandals. You know?
Then wear tennis shoes.
Yeah, that's a good point. But also, it's like still flip flop weather, so I try my best to wear flip flops when I can.
Oh,
Are you
what?
obligated to wear flip flops in flip flop weather?
No, it's just it's so much more comfortable. Like the difference between wearing flip flops and shoes in like the summer and the first part of the fall is night and day for me.
I only wear tennis shoes.
You wear Birks?
No,
I have a pair of Birks, but I never wear them.
Why not? We bought them together.
Yeah, we did.
It was special.
Are you desecrating the Birks for that Michael bought together with you?
Kind of.
Burk up with me.
Burk up.
What?
Burk up or shut up.
Burk up or shut up. Anyway. Sony, PlayStation had their showcase.
Yeah.
It was on Friday, right?
Thursday.
Thursday
At 1 p.m.
And they showed quite a bit of stuff. I think Dave did not really watch it.
Neither did
Landon.
I followed it.
neither
Though. I like
Neither
Colby.
did Colby.
Yeah.
Will and
I watched a few trailers. I was at work, so I couldn't really.
Yeah, I just watched it when I got home.
Yeah.
I saw some of the trailers and then saw some of the still images, but I didn't watch like the actual showcase.
Yeah.
Just classic Sony, really just pulling it together and proving once again why they're the best video game company out there. Let's go.
So the showcase was pretty good. I thought it had a lot to say about the PS5 exclusives that are coming out.
Yeah, it seemed
And-
like there were a ton of new stuff.
Yeah, it really shows that they're one of the best companies out there for single player experiences. One of the best.
Probably the best.
No, I'd say one of.
Are you
there's a few
implying
others.
Thinking of-
Nintendo?
Yeah, he
Yeah, I
did.
feel like Nintendo's really great at doing single player stuff too. So
Oh yeah. Another
Where's their
Mario
showcase?
game?
what's up?
Where's their showcase?
There's actually one rumored to be either this month or next month. So, and then they had their E3 showcase back in June. So, yes. Anyway, so back to the Sony
Holds up.
showcase. Just had to put that out there for Landon.
So we're getting
You were right. Spider-Man 2.
yeah. So we're getting Spider-Man 2 from Insomniac.
Super exciting. By the way, Insomniac confirmed that it will not be co-op.
Oh,
It will not be co-op.
Sweet.
It will be a single player experience. which it's fine.
That makes me happy.
I think it's probably in the long run, it's probably the smarter choice
Yeah.
because they probably looked at in my mind, they looked at the Avengers game and kind of saw that wasn't that successful and that great. And for how good the last 2 Spider-Man games are, why change it up?
Why fix something that's not broke? What?
That's what he said.
You sound like a cat.
A goblin or something.
Not as flexible as I once was.
You sound like an injured
And
cat.
they said 2023, right?
2023,
2023.
which is that's actually closer than I think.
It's so close.
We're almost done with 21, so
a year and a half, I think.
Yeah.
Because the first Spider-Man came out in March, so
Too time
or something like that, right?
no, it came out September 2018,
Oh, okay. So maybe it'll be September or November, somewhere around there.
something like that.
I don't know why I thought it came out in March, but
Yeah, I don't
Anyway.
know either. It's
Because
weird.
it was wrong.
oh, okay. I guess I'm wrong.
But along with that, they're also releasing a Wolverine game. Wolverine, Marvel Wolverine,
It's gonna be
Insomniac
lit.
game.
Everybody's super hyped for this, and I don't understand why.
I'm also not hyped for this.
I get that Insomniac, I have complete trust in Insomniac because they haven't released a bad game in a long time. But for me, it's when I look at
When
what
was
you can
the
do
last
for
bad
gameplay
game?
for the Wolverine,
What are you considering the last bad game they've released?
I can't even remember. That's why I say a long time. Is I haven't played a
They
bad
ever made a bad
Insomniac
game?
game.
Was Sunset Overdrive good?
I haven't played
I
it.
heard it was good.
I heard it was pretty good, but so maybe you haven't even released a bad game.
It's gonna be good. Will.
I don't know. What can you do with combat? What can you do with gameplay? What can you do with anything the Wolverine that makes it unique?
I haven't played it, but that Wolverine Origins game that tied into the movie was actually I think a really good game.
Yeah, that's what it's pretty well regarded.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow, that surprises me.
Yeah. So I think it'll be good. I mean, Wolverine is one of the most popular comic book heroes, and big thanks to the movies that have come out with Hugh Jackman. And Insomniac is, I think, proven that they really understand a comic book character and can make a really good game.
Yeah.
So I have high hopes. I was definitely not expecting it. I mean,
If you were to tell me that Insomniac was making another Marvel game, Wolverine would be one of my last picks because it just seems the opposite of tone of what it should be based off the recent games. Like Ratchet and Clank, pretty upbeat, happy as far as I've heard.
I mean,
Spider-Man was pretty more light than dark, but it was pretty dark in certain areas. But as far as
they made
I'm
those
remembering.
Resistance games, right? The shooters. Insomniac made Resistance, right?
I don't think so.
I believe they did, which was like an alien,
no, they didn't do Resistance.
Who made Resistance? I'm like 90. I'm gonna look it up.
I think that was, who was that?
Who was what?
Resistance. Who made Resistance?
Insomniac.
Oh, yeah.
All right, yeah,
I told you.
yeah.
Were you thinking of Killzone?
Killzone's Gorilla.
Killzone was no, I didn't bring it up. Landon did.
I did. Yeah, I was like, it's Insomniac, and Will and Mick were like, no, it's not. And then Dave's like, yes, it is. And I'm like, okay, Dave, we believe you.
I didn't say anything.
you said it wasn't Insomniac.
I think
I said it wasn't Insomniac.
No, Colby
but
brought the whole thing up.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, I've been thinking about it all morning. So
Can you keep the volume down a little bit, Colby?
I was when he said that, I was like, man, that's way louder than Colby was talking to any of our sound tests.
I'll go back to being quiet.
I feel like it's I feel like it's bully Colby every week now.
It kind of is.
I feel like
yeah.
I
The
feel like we
tides
pick
have
on Colby
shifted.
the most.
The
Will's
tide-
just trying to get off the subject of his toes. That's all he's doing.
Oh wait,
Or that
when
he
did my
was
toes
wrong
come
about
out?
Resistance and Insomniac.
Or that.
Don't talk about
Man,
that.
Colby, oh gosh, bully Colby, right, guys?
I don't sound like that.
I didn't say that was you.
sound like that.
Oh, man.
Oh man.
Anyway, so
Yeah, I'm looking.
they got
forward to
a
the
lot of work
Wolverine.
that they're doing.
Yeah, they've got like 3 teams.
What I wanted
I-
from
I-
Insomniac was like HD remasters of Ratchet and Clank again.
Oh, you want more HD remasters? You're part of the problem, not the solution, Dave.
We're getting a Heavy Rain
There's so many
Remake.
good games.
Wait, really?
Really?
mhm.
that already
No, not
out.
Heavy Rain. Alan Wake.
or Alan Wake. Sorry, I always get those.
That
That was
mixed
made by
Yeah,
Insomniac,
there's-
right?
up. Yeah,
That was made by Remedy. Remedy games.
But
Nah, I don't
Heavy
believe
Rain,
you, Landon.
David Cage, right? Alan Wake, David Cage.
yeah, sure. Yeah, Alan Wake is getting a remake.
I'm excited for that.
Alan
Yeah.
Wake, is that the one where
Finally
you walk
getting-
around with the flashlight game and you?
Yeah, that's actually friend of the show, former on the podcast, Ben's one of his favorite games.
Is Alan Wake?
Yeah, Alan Wake. He started playing it with me like when I was in high school. I think we started to play through together, and it was super fun.
It's like a mystery game, right?
Yeah, it's kind of a mystery kind of.
It's like Luigi's
survival
Mansion, right?
kind of horror. Basically, I mean, you have the flashlight, and then you have to hold it on them for an extended amount of time, and then you have to fire. So it kind of is.
Same thing.
It's in the same universe as Control.
Yes, and Control is really, really good. So I would highly recommend everybody play Control.
Wait, really? It's in the same universe as Control?
Yeah.
Yes, actually, the
There's some DLC
Control's final
besides.
DLC is, I think, called AWE, and it's a crossover with Alan Wake. So Alan Wake and the characters from Control are both in it. So
That's kind of cool.
yeah, and then there might be a sequel to Control and Alan Wake that kind of ties things together more so than they already are. So from what I heard, the next game after Alan Wake, the reason they're remastering it is because the next game is going to be Alan Wake 2 or something like that.
Oh.
Cool.
Oh.
So we finally got a release date for GTA 5 on
March 2022.
Let's go.
I was
Let's
talking
go.
I was talking to Dave about this, and we both saw all the highlights that it's like, oh, improved gameplay or something like that. And there's not improved frame rate as one of the or 60
it
FPS.
specifically did not mention the frame rate.
Very worrisome, considering they have had. I mean,
it's
years. The game's been out for 8 years.
and on PS4, the frame rate is low double digits, so 10 or 20 FPS sometimes.
And on
It's
PS5,
fine,
it
it's
also
fine.
runs like butt too, Will. So
Yeah, so it's definitely an optimization problem. So we'll see if they actually do something. But I mean, it is Rockstar who likes to do nothing and re-release and get money. So
I mean, as long as none of us spend any money on GTA, then that's fine, I guess, right? Because then we're just using the servers. So don't buy shark cards, people.
too late.
I'm talking to you, Mick and Colby.
I didn't buy Shark Card.
We did it once.
But you've
I did
done
it for like
years ago.
I did it for like it came with the game that I bought.
Yeah, you upgraded like the digital version,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, because you gave
That
away
makes
your physical version, but then
Yeah. I don't just buy Shark Cards.
but it still costs way more than just getting the digital version of the game.
To be fair, there might have. I know
I
they
think
did-
it was like some super good deal.
Yeah.
It was a
It was
deal.
like,
so
yeah.
they bundle the game and a Shark
Dave, you were the
card
one that
for
suggested
a
me to
decent
do that.
price.
Yeah, Dave's
It was
hating.
your idea.
I'm pretty sure Dave's the
I
one that,
didn't
like,
do
let
it.
us know
Yeah,
about it.
Dude,
Dave's the one
no,
that's like,
no.
you should do this.
He probably owned stock.
I'm pretty sure
at the time.
Dave almost did it himself.
Yeah.
Rockstar, I think, is not a publicly traded company, so I don't own stock in them. Colby.
Rockstar aren't. No, I think they might.
No,
No, they're owned by 2K. Right?
They're owned by 2K. Yeah,
2K is
Take Two.
publicly
I think it is.
traded, I
Take
believe.
Two.
Oh,
Is it
okay. I'll be right.
Take-Two
just
Interactive?
Yeah,
let me call my broker.
Dude,
Regardless,
for as
Dave's
like,
trying to hate on us for
Yeah.
no reason.
for as
Let's not move past
anti-capitalist,
this.
for as anti-capitalist David is, he sure likes to scam people out of money. and
No, I
benefit
don't.
capitalists.
I really don't.
Anyway, so
What
yay,
else?
GTA 5, whatever.
God of War Ragnarok.
God of War Ragnarok.
Canceled?
Absolutely
Oh.
amazing. What did you say?
That was canceled.
No, dude, that game looks incredible. I am so excited. The combat looks better than the first one, which
Oh, hopefully,
is
it
incredible. Dude, you're the one that says Kratos is a bad character, and I don't get why.
I don't know. I need to
Kratos is
play
one of the
again.
best characters in.
I think you should try it again.
Like, I understand because you've never gotten more than
5 hours.
5 hours in.
Yeah.
But it's like past that point that
Give it
it
another
really gets
shot.
good.
Do I have to start it over again, or can I just try to jump back in?
If you remember, you don't
don't
have to start.
I would
over.
just start over.
I would just start over.
All right.
Let me just breathe.
Did that get a release date?
Early 2022, I think.
Okay.
So that's what they said. It was going to be this year, but they had to delay it.
It was never
Shocker
gonna come out
to
this
no one.
year. It was
Yeah,
never
no.
gonna come out
They
this
just
year.
announced it and be like, "Oh, it's coming soon," kind of thing. So
Did you see stuff on a game called Forspoken?
we're spoken. Yes, that looked really fun.
That looked fun too.
What's
Yeah.
that one about?
It's I didn't catch much from the trailer. I think I watched it without audio, but it was one of the ones I didn't watch all the way through.
It was like a third person.
I think it's the same team behind Final Fantasy 15,
Mhm.
Uh-oh.
and they're really utilizing the like the free flow mechanics of Final Fantasy 15. If you've ever played Final Fantasy 15, the combat's really cool because it's really like it's super simple and it's not that deep, but you'll kind of like you can get to a point in the game where you jump around and you teleport around and you're really kind of really flowy. I don't know, that's like the best word for it, but it very much looks in the same vein as that kind of feeling. And I think, Landon, if you watch the trailer, and Dave, you'd be really looking forward to it because it looks pretty cool.
Yeah, I thought it looked pretty interesting.
Mm-hmm.
It's called
It's also-
what? Forspoken?
Forspoken,
Yeah, Forspoken.
one word.
Forspoken.
There's also a game called Bloodhunt.
Oh, that's on PC, I think.
Yeah, I don't have a PC.
Oh no, is that the Vampire the Masquerade's multiplayer game?
Yeah,
Okay, gotcha. I'm thinking of something different, but that looks cool too. I don't really know much about it.
yeah, I don't either, but it's like a third-person vampire shoot 'em up, slice 'em up game.
Kind of thing. And
Yeah, looks fun.
Shoot them up, slice them up.
It's the best way I can describe it. I mean, come on.
It is my
What do you think
favorite
of, like-
genre of game.
Shoot 'em
Shoot 'em up, slice 'em up.
Did you watch the trailer for Project Eve?
Yes,
What'd you think? Does it look cool to you?
I thought it looked cool. Yeah.
Okay, it looks super cool to me.
Yeah.
I'm like, all the creature designs look really cool, and no, it's super anime.
Isn't it like hot anime girls?
Yes, but
It still looked cool.
it still looked really cool, like
Yeah.
the combat, and also the creature design and
Yeah.
just the aesthetic, like the opening scene where like she gets blown out into space and there's this giant
It was like
alien on a
creepy,
space station.
yeah.
That looks cool.
Mm.
Yeah, so that's probably the second most game I'm looking forward to for the
Mhm.
conference. Number one's obviously God of War, but
Yeah,
so overall a really good presentation.
Yeah, I
think.
thought so.
So yeah, and I thought it was as good as you can get for kind of unsure COVID times. I don't know. I feel like in the past couple of years, video game presentations, like things I've been looking forward to, like from presentations, have taken a dive. You know, like I feel like there's not much that impresses me anymore.
Mm.
And like this presentation was like, wow, there's a lot of good stuff in here. So
even that one game it almost reminded me of like one of the Zelda games. It's like where you play this like person on an island and you can like control animals.
Oh,
and
I think I
stuff.
saw like a
what
clip
was that?
of that.
I saw a clip of that. I didn't watch
I
it.
can't
too.
remember what the name of that game was, but just the aesthetic. Like you even have like a little like parachute thing you can like glide around. It's like, oh, that looks like one of the Zelda games.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Yeah.
I think a lot of good stuff's coming out.
Yep. I'll have to get a PS5 soon. I think I'm the only person without it on this podcast. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty obvious.
there's
Everyone
not,
can
there's
tell.
not really. You're gonna make me self-conscious, man.
How would everybody on our podcast be able to tell that you're the only one here without a PS5?
It's the look in his eyes,
Yeah. The sound of my voice.
The tremble.
the timbre.
You know, when I start speaking, I pause a little bit, and that just means that
You feel inferior.
exactly.
Okay.
Is that the lack of a PS5 or is that like
The big toes.
Or the small. Never mind.
What?
Whoa.
Small PS4.
Whoa.
Yeah, very small PS4.
Because the PS5 are pretty big.
Mine is.
But yours also has like Wi-Fi problems, so
Yeah, mine's broke. Doesn't always work, but when it does.
Yeah, okay. uh, so we're coming up on our Vegas trip.
so excited?
Yeah.
yeah, it's feeling real. It's like what, less than 3 weeks now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we'll be there in less than 3 weeks.
I'm excited for the Vegas podcast. That's going to be a fun podcast to record.
Oh, yeah. When we all crowd around one microphone.
I'm excited to sacrifice Will's friend Oliver. In a ritual.
For what? Like, what are you getting in return?
Oliver
Lack
stuff.
of Oliver.
Isn't that a reward enough for us?
The sacrifice. How do you do it?
I mean, I don't want to spoil it. We'll tell the listeners after we do it.
I feel
We're gonna
like
film it and put it on our YouTube channel.
I don't want to participate in this,
You have to. The best friend has to be there.
Yeah.
You're the commentator.
Or it doesn't work right.
Yeah.
dude. I don't know.
Don't
about
screw
this,
up the
man.
ritual, Will.
Yeah,
If
the
you're
ritual
not
must
there-
be completed.
If you're not there, he
Yeah.
dies for nothing.
Yeah.
But like, we're getting like, or not we. I shouldn't it's not the collective whole, but Landon's getting Oliver's death as a reward for this ritual, and so I don't want to participate. What's in it for me? I don't want Oliver to die.
He's dying
No?
regardless.
Oh, okay. Well, if you put it like that, then I'll help.
All right, dude, Will's in.
That was easy.
Not only did he say he'd be there, he said he'd help.
So what are you guys looking forward to most about the trip?
Oh, the flight.
Dave asked me this question.
Probably the flight.
Because it's the better flight.
Yeah, the better flight. Yeah, you
Yeah.
know what's up. Yeah.
The best people on
So-
the flight.
I'm looking forward to taking my friends out on some hikes here because there's some really cool ones.
That's
I
what
go
Mick's also
on a hike.
most
Sounds like the
excited
worst
for,
part of the
dude.
trip. What are you talking about?
I go on a hike for the record. Like that
No,
sounds
there
fun.
are a lot of cool ones.
I-
Colby just
I mentioned one. I
right
mentioned one before the show, and everybody ridiculed me and
We're
shut
not
me down.
going to
and then you guys
Arizona.
gaslit
No, I
me.
want to go to the hot. I want to go to the hot spring, Colby. I said I'd go.
Yeah,
Nobody said that.
yeah, we're down.
So I thought it.
Yeah, I
We
would
all
actually
said we'd
be
go.
super down.
Okay,
that sounds
cool.
like a lot of fun.
It does, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
No.
Oh, okay.
actually, I agree with Michael now.
What?
Yeah, me too. Landon,
No.
Yeah.
hiking sucks.
What a stupid idea, Colby.
Yeah, you're kind of dumb.
Yeah, no, that'd be fun. I'm looking forward to food the most.
That's a fair answer.
Why are you laughing?
Yeah, why are you laughing,
I'm
Mick?
right.
Like, that's probably like
Because
that's
that's-
probably like in your top 2.
I know. I just didn't expect Colby to say that. It's probably my top 1, but I mean, like,
What do you mean? I don't eat? Huh?
I mean, lately.
Yeah.
You are right, Colby. Hasn't eaten in 2 months. So
He's a string bean.
I need to start starving myself for
Did
the
you
next
say I'm
couple
a
weeks.
human?
Why?
I said
I gotta lose
of a
little weight.
human.
I gotta lose a little weight before we go.
That's fair. You know, I
Landon,
already don't
your thing-
obsess about my weight.
Landon, your thing was, well, if I'm
So-
just gonna gain weight back anyway, I might as well not lose it.
Yeah, but I feel like that's like the more I think about it, it's probably a bad strategy.
Yeah, it is a bad strategy.
Colby and I
Glad
were
you
trying to
came-
talk you out of that strategy.
Glad
No,
it works.
Now, I'm not going to use that strategy. I'm going to use the strategy that Landon said he was going to use because I'm lazy. So the diet starts October 10th.
Well, no, you don't want to start. That's a Sunday. Like, you don't
Okay,
wanna start on a Sunday.
October
You give
11th.
yourself- yeah,
No,
yeah.
You want to
You
start
can't start in the
like
middle of
Mondays
the
are
you want to
month.
start
You
at
can't
the
start in the
beginning of
middle
the
of the
month.
month.
November 1st. Oh, you know
Like,
what
you
though?
can't start November.
Thanksgiving.
That's
Like, yeah.
Thanksgiving.
January
No,
1st.
No, Christmas.
New year, new you.
Yeah,
New Year's
New
resolution.
Year's resolution. Yeah.
My goal is to get above 200 pounds before
Whoa.
the end of the year.
Dude,
Well, you're at 197 right now, right? So
Aw,
like, that
man.
shouldn't be too hard.
For the
to
record,
do.
I'm nowhere near 197.
I wouldn't say nowhere near.
if you round up in a couple of ways, I feel like you are.
If I round up in a couple of ways, yeah, because I'm above 150. So yeah, if you
Yeah.
round up enough,
I'd actually be more scared of Dave if he was below 150.
Ah,
Then he would be the string being.
the string bing.
I accidentally
You can
added
pull a
G.
Will.
I was
You
a
pull a
little
Will.
stuffy. I'm a little stuffy, so added a
What?
G.
You're stuffy.
Yeah, like nasally.
what Will? Will's looking around at all of us.
Will thinks I have like COVID now that I said that like I was
COVID
congested.
2.
What are the other symptoms?
Fatigue,
No, there are. Well, I
Lots
actually am really tired today, but
lots
I
of
don't have
taste,
COVID.
loss of smell.
How was your burger?
I don't know.
Pretty
How was
bland.
that taste, Colby?
No, it was good, dude. All I was doing was defending myself because I misspoke. Stop looking at me.
Okay. So I'm looking forward to hiking, to take my friends hiking. I'm also looking forward to food. It is fun to go out and eat with friends. I was talking to Bree the other day, and I told her, I either told her or I asked her a question, but in a sense, I was mentioning that being with your friends and enjoying good food is probably one of my most favorite things to do in life. And so I was asking her if that's like a similar thing for her, if like that's something that she values as much as I do.
And she was like, "Nope."
He called you a pig and laughed.
She said yes.
I agree with you, Dave. Like food
Yeah.
is one of the
Add some
top things on
music
my
in there.
list too. Like music also is incredible to experience with friends.
I just like
Pass it
watching you
on.
guys eat. Like that's how I get enjoyment.
What?
Like I
What?
like
I don't want to go to
I
any,
love
any
watching you
meals
guys
with Wick,
eat.
Mick.
It's so cool to see you guys put food in your mouth.
Okay, well, one of the
And
things
chew
I'm
it.
most excited
Okay,
for
we're gonna leave
is
Mick
not
at-
having Michael at dinner.
We're
I
gonna
like
leave
watching
Mick.
your guys' Adam's apple move up and down when you swallow
Okay,
a bite
all right,
of
please
food.
stop. Please stop. Please
What
stop.
the hell, man?
I have a small
Anyway.
Adam's apple. Does anyone else have like a non-pronounced?
I have a giant Adam's apple.
Adam's apple's broken. Sometimes it works.
Is it stuffy?
I don't know if mine's.
But when it does work,
Oh,
Is that Landon?
Can you please cut that? That was disgusting.
disgusting.
Did he cough it up? Is it in his hands?
He like karate chopped
Guys,
his Adam's
look!
apple.
Why did you do that?
I don't know.
He's trying it out.
I thought you were gagging
Are you
yourself at first. Like,
I'm looking forward to like 1 a.m. like in like the hotel.
Cherries.
No.
let's do it,
I'm looking forward to like late night conversations with the boys.
dude.
Cocktail
yes.
in hand, mixed drink, beverage.
A
hanging out.
McFlurry. Yeah.
Oh, I would kill for McFlurry.
Cocktail in one hand
Dude.
and McFlurry in the other.
And the other.
That's part of the ritual for Oliver. It's
Oliver's dead body is lying on the floor while we like sit around with McFlurries.
he
and
dies, we get a
cocktails.
McFlurry. That's
okay,
the,
so-
that's the
okay,
truth.
so-
That's the trade.
So only Landon will understand this right now, but Landon and I are both watching The Wire. And in one of the episodes, one of their fellow cops, who's like, I don't know if you even see him or if he's a main character, but he dies. So they go to his wake at an Irish bar. And so at the bar, the cop, the like dead and bombed cop, is laying on the pool table, and he has like a cigar in one hand and like either a Guinness or Jameson in the other or something. And so they're all just like celebrating him. So that's what we're going to do with Oliver. So we'll go to McDonald's, we'll throw him on the front counter. He'll have a McChicken in one hand and then a Diet Coke in the other. And then we'll
And
celebrate,
his last dollar bill crumpled in his life.
Yeah. And then we'll be singing. What's a song you would sing in a McDonald's, Colby?
Rock and roll McDonald's.
Oliver did love that song.
So in our best way to emulate, like sending off a great man, we will send off Oliver.
Yeah. Something does.
I think we
Something
throw his
doesn't add
body
up
in a
there.
dumpster. We throw his
No,
body in
no,
the
no.
McDonald's dumpster when we're done.
No, dude.
So they can grind it up and turn it into
No,
nuggets.
we can put him in like the
no.
grease barrels in the back.
Oh, this is making me sad
Yeah,
now. I know we're just joking. but-
Colby's an inside man, so
yeah, dude,
so he knows
I've
all
been
the
working
ins and
there
outs
for
of
4 years for nothing.
where to dispose of a body.
Imagine if there was a conspiracy that like dead bodies are being disposed in those like.
There probably has been at some point.
probably.
Oh my gosh.
Probably just adds to the flavor,
Ugh.
How do you think that finger ended up in the chili at Wendy's?
I mean, that was debunked. Like,
Wait, was it?
yeah, it was planted by the couple.
Whose finger did they have?
It was like some cousin's brother or something like that. This was a long time ago, though. It was in
This was a really long time ago.
It was in a Wendy's. She was eating her chili, and she like fishes out a finger, and so she screams and sues them, and then it turns out that it was planted by them so that they could sue Wendy's. But
Wow.
Wendy's chili took a hit for a while after that, if you can understand why.
I don't understand why.
I don't get it.
I don't
Explain
think
to
there
me.
is
I don't
chili
want a
there anymore.
toenail.
No,
in my chili.
I'm pretty sure they still have chili.
Yeah,
They,
you're right.
I think they do, but I don't think it's like as popular as it used to be.
Probably not after the finger incident.
But I mean, Wendy's doesn't need chili. I mean, they have enough other great.
All they need
you know,
is their pretzel pub. burger.
We are
So I
brought
actually
to
went
you
there-
by
Oh.
Wendy's.
Oh.
I want
Hotkeys
everybody to know
podcast.
I went to Wendy's on Friday night. They did not have the bacon pretzel pub burger.
No, what
Wendy's?
What Wendy's?
One in Moses Lake. So like we
Oh.
might still have them here.
No, come on.
They're still here.
Moses Lake is small time compared to Spokane, Washington.
Are you a robot, Will?
Talking like that.
He
Robo
said
Will makes it come.
Moses Lake is small time compared to Spokane, Washington.
The pretzel bacon pub burger, MSRP
$7.99.
So
Great.
we actually might not have that delicious sandwich at the ready anymore.
Well, there's a new one, isn't there? Like the
The chili
Can't
finger
replicate
sandwich.
that.
it's the bacon.
Oh, like the
something. Yeah.
Western style one.
Yeah, the
I got
Western
that one.
style
Said it was
one.
not as good.
Really?
Yeah, of course not.
Well, you can't beat the beer cheese sauce, I think, that
And
they
the
have on the
pretzel
Western.
bun.
And the pretzel bun. The pretzel bun is pretty dang good.
Dude, Will is a robot.
He's glitching all over the place.
Dude, it's been a long day already.
It has not.
It is not.
Yes, it has.
You didn't even help us move Mick's pool table.
Okay. Well, when I get there, they're already done, so I didn't really get a chance.
Will like sat in the parking lot of church for a little bit longer. He's like, "Oh, if I just wait a few minutes, I just
I
won't have
said
to
it was a
help."
5-minute job.
5 minutes. I bet they're done. Good strat, Will.
Wait, where'd you move the pool
Thanks.
table?
It was genius.
Michael?
About
Like
5 feet.
10 feet to the left, depending on where you're facing in the basement.
Oh my gosh.
So it could be 10 feet to the right,
So
or
it could be-
behind you,
Or north
Or
or
in front
south
of
or
you.
anywhere.
Well,
No
no.
one on
If
the-
you're using those directions, it only moved in one of those, Will.
Yeah, that kind of plants you firmly in directions.
Oh, yeah, that's true. North and south is
Well,
pretty
well, like,
objective.
broken compass.
Will's like, well, it's like north if you're facing this way because it's straight ahead.
Stop.
was up.
Our listeners won't be able to tell this, but like the floor looks nice. Like your dad's doing.
Yeah, my parents are putting in a floor in their basement, and
Is that why I had to
It
move
used
it?
to be, it used
So
to
they
just be
can
a
have
pit.
floor, and then are you going to move it back?
I think they're
It
going to
used to
keep
be a
it.
pit.
I think they're going to keep it in the middle, which actually I think is going to work out great.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the floor does look good. It's
Laminate, right? Or
vinyl.
Ooh.
Vinyl, yeah.
Ooh,
The vinyl hardwood floor.
that's awesome.
Nice.
Yeah, it used to be like gross carpet down there. So pretty much anything's going to be better.
Yep.
Speaking of glitches, Will's glitches, did you guys watch the new Matrix trailer?
I didn't.
No.
Matrix
I watched like the quick like
did.
10-second.
Resurrection.
It looks
Eh?
eh. I mean, I don't really know what it's about. And
It's about the Matrix.
well, obviously, I can't like get what the plot is, and it looks like they're just rehashing a bunch of like
So is it the Force Awakens?
nostalgia.
To
Yeah, kind of.
I mean, you can't say that because the movie hasn't been out yet.
That's what the trailer feels like.
I mean, I think they are using a lot of the same elements. I have faith that that it'll make sense with the story that they're telling.
I hope so.
I hope so too.
I don't know what story they're telling though.
I don't either.
I don't
Oh.
either.
I still need to watch 2 and 3.
I don't
heard
even
it's not
remember the
worth it.
first one. Pretty sure I fell asleep on the couch.
I heard 2 and 3 are terrible. Wait, you fell asleep to the first Matrix?
I think so. We were all hanging out one time. It was like 2 a.m.
Oh, I
okay,
remember
well, that
this.
makes sense.
Well, it's because we just threw it on because it was late. Most of us had already seen the movie, and we just wanted to have something on while we were
and
doing
like wind down.
Yeah, while we were doing what like talking or people falling
Yeah.
asleep. The second movie though does have some really cool action
The Burly
sequences.
Brawl.
And like the portion on the highway and everything, and
The highway scene is amazing.
yeah, story wise, it's not too great. The third movie, I really don't remember much except the dude at the very end who's like the lock keeper or the prison guard or the key master. What's his name?
Keymaster's in the second one.
What's the guy at the third one?
You're thinking of the architect.
the architect.
The architect is in
who
the second one.
spends forever talking
He's in the second
at the
one.
end of the movie explaining
That's
things.
the second one. It's the second movie. He's in the second movie.
What's the guy that's in the third movie then?
I don't know. I think you're thinking of the guy that's in the second movie, the architect.
I don't think so. I'm thinking of the guy in the
Like
third
white
movie.
hair, white beard.
No, I just
conversation
no, I,
doesn't seem
no.
real.
Yeah, I'm zoning
No,
out.
it's
man.
it's,
You're
because it's
losing
the
me.
end of the trilogy, and there's just a bunch of exposition dump by this guy, and it's pretty
Who guy?
boring.
Who guy?
Are you a robot?
Who guy?
Who guy?
Me guy.
I don't know. That's what I'm saying. I don't remember his name. It was something like
Who
the
is he?
Key Master or something.
No, the Keymaster's. The
Oh, okay.
Asian dude.
Anyway,
He's in the second movie.
You probably don't need to see the second and third one, but the second one does have some cool action sequences.
Second one also.
I think
has
we
a
should watch them
really
together
cool
anyways.
like cave rave scene. That's
Cave rave?
nice and sweaty.
Nice.
Yeah,
Sweaty.
Oh, Dave, I would like
there's a
to...
lot of sweat in that scene. Not lying. A lot of sweat. It's wet.
Oh no, a wet cave rave?
Well, they're in like the bowels of the earth dancing.
Wait, why?
Because that's what you do in Zion.
Yeah. Just watch the movie, Will. Just watch
Sweaty
it.
cave rave.
This sounds stupid.
That's why a lot of people don't like those movies.
wait. In Zion National Park?
No.
Shut up.
No.
It's in Arizona.
Was this some like planet or something? Like
That's not
Planet
Arizona.
Zod or whatever?
What?
No, it's
Zion.
Earth.
Zion.
It's Zion.
What?
Come on, man. Get a grip.
When's the last time you watched the movie?
The first one?
Yeah,
It's been a while. Why?
because they explain what Zion is in that movie.
It's the
Oh, is that
city.
like
It's
the-
the city that's
It's
outside
it's the last city of
Oh.
man, and it's like deep underground,
Gotcha. Okay.
near the Earth's core, where it's still warm,
A cave rave.
where we do cave
Gotcha.
raves, and it gets sweaty.
Oh.
Hmm.
Anyway, I'm excited for the movie.
You're already ruining the first Matrix for me.
How?
Like I don't want to watch
Because I'm explaining what someone explains in the movie.
Yeah, but the last city on Earth is a cave rave sweat.
That's in the second movie.
Sweat
Yeah,
wet.
but I'm just saying.
How am I ruining
Can
the
we
first
rehash
movie?
the first Matrix movie? Because I'm trying to remember. Like, you're in a simulation, right?
Spoilers,
Spoilers.
for the Matrix.
Yeah.
But you're in a computer-generated dream world.
By like robots, or is it robots or aliens?
Robot Will.
Robots.
AI.
That
Artificial
What do you think
mankind
I'm here
created,
for?
right? Like man
Yes.
created them to do this to us, right? Like
Late in the 21st century, mankind came together and united under celebration of creation of AI, which is artificial intelligence.
so why wouldn't you want to leave the Matrix? It would be
AI.
nice and cozy.
That's the whole thing.
That's
it's
part
like,
of the movie.
That's
Kind
the
of
whole
the
thing.
whole
It's like
point.
That's one of the-
like you could be that way, but you're not actually there. Like, so do you want to?
The character Cypher actually like is a direct reason of someone that is like, I want to go back. Why did I pick?
I
the
love
red
the scene
pill?
where he's
This
eating
sucks.
the steak.
The steak. That steak looks delicious. Speaking of food,
He's the one that
Oh,
turns
why?
on them,
Oh,
right?
why did I
Like,
take
Yeah.
the red pill?
do they kill? Does
Because
he,
he says, "I did it. Why didn't I take the blue pill?"
yeah.
Gotcha.
do they kill him? Does he die?
Spoilers.
I can't
Yes,
remember.
he dies.
Yes. He
Ah, that's
dies.
too bad.
I think Tank kills him, right?
Tank kills him.
Yeah.
With the electric gun.
That he kills Dozer with.
Yeah.
Rip Dozer.
Poor Dozer.
That first movie though is really good. I really enjoy that movie. I haven't seen it in a long time, but
It's solid.
I feel like it
still
probably
holds
holds
up.
up. Would be my guess.
That movie came out in '99.
Yeah.
A long time ago.
That's 22 years ago.
Colby wasn't born yet.
No,
Yeah.
I wasn't.
That's
That one's real. Yeah, no.
Yeah,
that
that's
one's
a real one.
Dang. I mean,
Just
Will
months
would have
later.
been what, 1?
99. Yeah, it would have been 1 or less than 1, depending on when it came out in
Holy
99.
moly! Probably came out in May.
The thought of 1-year-old Will watching The Matrix is really funny.
Well, it came out. Yeah, it came out in March.
The thought of 1-year-old
March
Will is really
99.
funny.
All babies are like that. Like, what's the difference between
They're like, is
1-year-old
he a
Will and
robot
1-year-old Colby?
or is he a baby?
Because 1-year-old Colby would just be like this.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I would just
The listeners
sit
are
there.
never going to know what I just did. Ever.
Ever.
Anyway, this new Matrix movie I'm excited for. The trailer looks good. I mean, it looks like an interesting movie.
It comes out on
He-
HBO Max, right?
HBO Max, December 22nd, and in theaters, HBO. Or theaters,
in the HBO theater.
December 22nd. I'll probably watch it in theaters because it seems like a good theater movie.
Yeah.
I'll go see it with you.
I have not seen the trailer. I don't think I'm gonna watch it. I didn't watch the Spider-Man trailer. You guys had mentioned that the last week.
But yeah, how did you get around editing?
I just jumped through stuff pretty quickly. I mean, like
Well,
I
we
can
won't-
see the like basically the gaps in time where people aren't speaking, the silences, and those are easy to cut out. And then I would just make sure that I wasn't like cutting out anything that was necessary. But
So when Landon dropped the F-bomb in the middle of like us talking about the trailer, you missed that?
well, if
Uh-oh.
I did, then it might still be in there.
So we won't spoil the
So
Spider-Man
we'll be a
trailer.
PG-13
Yeah.
episode last week. No, but yeah, I don't think I want to watch this trailer either. But I've done this a couple times with movies where I don't see the trailer, and I've always enjoyed the movie watching experience a lot more when I don't watch the trailer.
Yeah, I don't like watching trailers either.
So have you still not heard anything from the new Spider-Man movie?
Only
Like
stuff
nothing about
from like in the past, like
But nothing based off the trailer? or
nothing based
anything?
off the trailer. No.
Wow, that's impressive.
Yeah, man.
I wish I could do that.
I'm gonna go in.
He's bullied
I'm gonna
me.
go in as blind as possible to Spider-Man. I love Spider-Man. Spider-Man. Spider-Man.
Well, this one's all about
He's the
Aunt May.
man with the. Oh.
Agent May.
Yeah, he's not even. Peter Parker's not even in the movie, so
He's the subtitle.
Is this like a Cars 2 like plot where Aunt May
She's the
is off
equivalent
saving the
of
world?
Mater. I'm a secret agent.
You know, I've not
it'll be
seen
so
the
bad.
trailer for Cars 2. I've also not seen Cars 2.
Don't, it's terrible.
I've not
It's
seen
dark.
Cars 2.
Like
Is it
cars
dark?
blow up and die.
Yeah, aren't they like kill Lightning McQueen? He must die. Let's kill him. Murder.
Yeah, one of the
Murder
characters
him.
is like they put gas in him that like reacts to electromagnetic pulses, like, and it blows up the car. It's crazy.
What?
Like it's just
It's a
the
complex
stupidest-
movie plot for a bunch of kids.
I know.
Like, a bunch of 6-year-olds in there
And-
watching Lightning McQueen go vroom.
And one of the characters in Cars 2 is killing all these other enemy cars and like crushing them with like different like parts of the environment and stuff. And it's just like, oh man.
Isn't there like a fist fight in the bathroom between two cars?
I think so, yeah.
So dumb.
Something
How do they do that?
along
Like
those
with
lines.
Front tires.
Tire to tire combat.
I just picture like the Mission Impossible fight scene with
Henry Cavill.
but it's like lightning.
Speaking of a good fight scene, that scene is amazing.
That's
yeah.
might be the best fight scene in any
Mission
action movie.
Impossible.
Action movie. I
Nah,
think.
what?
What other name a fight scene better than
Here's some John Wick fight.
Any Jackie Chan movie.
no.
Any Hong Kong action movie. Their action is
King Kong? Kong Island? Skull Island? Whatever.
Any action in those movies is far superior to anything that we do.
Fair enough.
In my
we?
opinion.
What we?
What do you mean we?
Did we make any of those fight scenes?
America? Northern America? United States?
What do you mean?
We're not Hong Kong.
We're close, though.
Heck, Hong Kong's not Hong
So
Kong
close.
anymore.
Dude, screw China. Bunch of
Yeah, apparently Shang-Chi
Oh man, our
is not releasing-
podcast is about to be deleted.
yeah.
apparently Shang-Chi is not going to be releasing in China because
Why not? Wasn't that made like partially for
it 'cause of,
Chinese
like,
audiences?
Western
it's either
knowledge, like
not going to be
Tibetan or
released
something?
or in jeopardy of being released because what the main actor Simu Liu, I think is his name. Is that his name?
I have no idea. You're asking
Yeah.
the wrong
Who plays
guy.
Shang-Chi? He said that he said in an interview about how his family had to run from China and like how how terrible of a country it was.
Oh, he'll
to
get
grow up
recast in the next one then. So
in. So they
Got
might not
money.
release in China now. That's at least what I've heard. I don't know if things have changed, but he might pull a John Cena and apologize in Chinese.
I'll do the,
Oh,
the video
man.
of John Cena apologizing and like Mandarin dude is like so like I like John Cena, but that's embarrassing. like
Would you do it, Landon? To like,
what do I,
Landon would totally do it.
yeah,
Tell
yeah,
out
he
Landon.
would.
I stand by Hong Kong and what is it? Hong Kong, Tibet, all those places that China wants to. I stand by with the Muslims in China that are being like thrown in concentration camps. I stand with them.
Yeah.
China can
But
suck
what
it.
about Taiwan?
I stand with Taiwan. Anybody but China. Bye.
Man, it's crazy that like
Ne-
we
next
will never be
episode, they're like,
we will
"Oh,
never be
and,
successful in China. No, yeah, and we'll have
I won't be on the
replaced-
show next week. I'll be replaced by.
Landon's
gonna use your
views and
house, though.
opinions are his,
his own,
express,
not of the company.
personal opinion, and not shared by the
Hotkeys
collective
LLC.
organization of Hotkeys Podcast LLC.
He's been removed immediately. Will be replaced by interim host. I don't know.
Actually, I'm joking. I think probably most of us probably like know that China's like way messed up.
Yeah, they erase people.
Just like they'll erase us.
Yeah,
Like we think we're small potatoes, but like they don't care. Like
yeah, they don't. Yeah,
some of the things you read about, like it kind of makes me
Screw
nervous. Like because China, like there are portions of China that look really beautiful, but some of like the tracking they do, like I don't know if I could actually safely go to China, and I don't know if like a lot of Western people.
I'll probably not.
yeah, you probably shouldn't. Yeah, I probably wouldn't risk it going to China.
I'd
Probably.
rather go to Japan.
I was just going to say I'd much rather go to Japan.
Yeah, Japan is sick.
Okay. I think I want to go to Japan for a different reason.
go to Japan with Will.
Yeah.
No, thank you.
I mean, but they're
Come on, Colby, it'll be fun.
they're very different though.
wanna
Like
see,
like,
like,
there's certain
Japan's
portions
nature.
like some of the like
Me too.
landscape of China is like really gorgeous, and I'm kind of bummed because I don't think I'll ever see it in person, and I won't just be able to
Why
see
not?
something like that.
World
in-
War III when we're boots on the ground, and we'll see it.
Do you mean when like 500 million people storm our beaches?
Oh, dude, I mean, oh, yeah, they have the numbers.
I'll be so scared.
they have the numbers.
Well, Afghanistan's or not Afghanistan. The Taliban said that their closest ally is the Chinese. So
I was about to make like a stupid political joke, but I'm not going to.
Just make it.
No,
make
no.
it.
Nah, probably not wise.
All right.
I want to hear it so badly. I want to hear it so badly.
Nah.
Landon will forget it. Anyway,
Did you finish our T-shirts?
I took him
We sent
to.
you-
I took them to I took them to an embroidery place, and they're gonna call me next week.
You have an embroidery guy?
Oh yeah, I got
That's pretty
an
cool.
embroidery hookup.
Man, Vegas is so cool.
Yeah, you can't do that here.
We don't have embroiders here.
No, you don't. Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, I bought.
So what are you putting on our shirts?
It's gonna be I guess have we talked about this on the show? Probably not. But
I might have mentioned it. I don't know.
maybe we have. I don't know. We're each getting polos in our own racing colors from GTA, and so I'm going to put our logo on it, and then underneath the logo is going to be our racing color or a racing number that we use in GTA.
The logo you sent in the chat actually looks like really clean.
Yeah,
It's really subtle.
I did
It's-
the black and white version, so I went into
Yes.
Illustrator the other day and did some editing on it and made a new version of it because I thought it would look much better on the shirt.
Yeah, you made the right call.
What
Yeah.
channel did you send that in?
Probably general or events, but whatever. Anyway, you can check it later.
I'm checking it now. When did you send it?
So are we all wearing
We'll talk
these
about
to
it later, man.
Disneyland? Are we all wearing these to Disneyland, correct?
Yeah, I think so. I think we can wear them to Disneyland
Is that the
or
day?
other parts of the trip if we want to.
Yeah, all be together, looking like freaks together.
Okay, so some of her family visited, and so we were they stayed just off the strip the second time at some resort place, and as we were down there again, I saw it was like a group of like 4 or 5 people, and they had those shirts that I talked about before, where there's like one of them was like the sassy cousin, and the other,
dude.
and the other's like the
vomit.
loud one, and I'm like, oh gosh, like. So anyway, I'm changing what we're getting on the shirts,
No,
and
no,
I've
stop.
picked the most offensive adjectives and
Oliver's shirt
descriptors
says the sacrifice.
for all of us,
Pawn.
and so that's what I'm going to put on the back of our shirt in humongous Comic Sans font.
Perfect. What are you gonna say about me?
Not much.
The funny one, please.
If you have to ask yourself,
Sad.
Yeah, is it sad if it's nothing? We're like, sorry, Colby, I just couldn't think of anything notable enough to put on your shirt.
I think that's worse than having something insulting. Like
Yeah,
a
no, it
sacrifice.
is. Yeah.
Oliver's like,
That's
at least
definitely
on the
worse.
sacrifice.
Oh,
Colby's shirt is just a
man.
page of Mad Libs.
It's like in the
Fill in the
movie,
blank.
like Oliver's the crux of the plot. Colby's just a side character that gets 5 lines.
No,
of
Oliver's the
dialogue.
And
MacGuffin.
dies like 5 minutes into the movie.
Yeah.
No, Oliver dies first.
Oliver does die first, but it's about figuring out his mystery. So
What mystery? Anyway,
So what days are we gonna actually be?
This is gonna look
in?
really bad if Oliver dies on the trip.
Let's actually make it clear that we're all joking and we're not
I'll
actually
just sit on this
sacrificing
episode.
anybody.
I'll just sit on this one. Maybe we'll release it later if,
We could
if
do
the
that.
trip goes successfully. And if it doesn't, then we have some
Oliver dies in a
interesting.
horrific ziplining accident.
Now I'm worried.
Dude, grow up.
What do you mean grow up?
Michael
He dies,
sent
he
me
dies.
the other day. Michael sent me this.
You Rocky or something?
Michael sent me this article the other day about this skydiver who his parachute didn't pull.
His parrot.
His parrot didn't
His
pull.
parrot caught him.
His
at the last
parachute
second.
didn't open when he was jumping.
Flew away.
Yeah.
And Mick messages me and like with a frowny face, he's like, "Make sure you're going somewhere safe, Dave. Like, I don't want this to happen to you." So I'm like, is he just like worried that I'm gonna die?
He doesn't want you to die before the Vegas trip.
Yeah.
Where am I gonna stay?
How am I gonna get to Disneyland?
Yeah.
No,
when I
told
told-
his car, bro, just take it.
When I told my parents that I was going skydiving, my dad immediately goes, "Oh yeah, like, just last night I was reading an article about some instructor and like they were going tandem." He was like, "One dead and one seriously injured," and I was like, "Thanks, dude."
Mick, how come
My,
you're not
uh,
laughing?
'Cause I
My
don't-
boss
you know,
told me a horrific story.
Scares me.
Oh my
about
gosh.
skydiving. I think it's actually someone that he used to work with, and I think my dad actually maybe worked with him for a bit. And the guy like loved skydiving.
This is a graphic story, by the way.
yeah, this is a graphic story. So,
warning, I guess.
Trigger warning.
Trigger warning. But I guess like the guy loved to skydive. Like that was like his hobby on the weekends, and he was like a big group of people that would do it together. And like one time they went, there was like 12 of them or something, and they do like the formations and stuff, like the circles and stuff. And like one time, I guess the last time,
Oh,
Jeez.
they like somehow all their like chutes got tangled, and like the one guy that like my boss I think worked with, or I don't know if they worked for my company, but like like a working relationship at a different place. Like he was able to get free, cut one other person free and get their chute to go off. And then he's able to just hold somebody. Like he got him cut free. Their chute was shot, but he's able to grab them and hold them as they went to the ground. And one other person was able to do that with one other person. So like 4 of them made it, but like the other 8 people just tangled up and they just watched them. I guess their chutes pulled. They just watched them like drop, and they all died.
Well, that's the episode.
And I was just like standing there, like talking to my boss. I'm like, oh man, like that's like really messed up.
Dude, that's morbid.
Yeah, dude.
You're watching 8 of your friends die that day, plummet to the ground.
Yeah, as like you make it out, like the survivor's guilt has got to be nuts.
You know what? So Landon told me that story earlier this week, I think.
Yeah.
And I said, like, just between him and I was like, like, who would you save? If it was
Like,
our friend group.
Oh god.
Landon did not say my name.
I said Brandon, right?
Yeah, he said
said
Brandon
Brandon,
because
yeah.
he has kids.
Yeah,
I was
he
like,
has
dude,
kids,
like
so.
he already fulfilled his purpose. Like, save me.
No. You got
he had the kids.
yeah. Wait, yeah.
Like,
Brandon's already passed on his genetic material, so
but I feel like he has the most people depending on him.
Jesse can take over as
But Jesse's also part of the group. So you're saying save Jesse instead of Brandon.
Jesse's lucky enough; he probably doesn't get tangled up with everybody else. Like he just
like,
slips. He freaks out though, and pulls his chute, so he just is like above everybody.
It's like, oh no, guys, as he's like,
what's going on down there?
So who's gonna drive me back?
we gotta have Jesse back on the show at some point. It's been a while.
The return,
it's been a while.
The returnal.
the much anticipated return of Jesse Beck.
Hey guys.
So what days are we going to be in Disneyland? Actually,
I don't know.
yeah, whenever we're there, and then whenever we leave.
Whatever days Dave decides.
Sounds like Sunday the 3rd and Monday the 4th.
Possibly, yeah.
okay. So any fans out there, if you
Meet and greet.
meet and greet, if you see us, come and say hi.
I'll have a Sharpie on me for autographs.
Black or silver, because
Yep.
black shirt, you need a silver pen.
Yep.
We're prepared.
Well, only one of us. Has
I
a black
will
shirt,
sign anything.
and no one wants
Cool.
Landon's. So
Wink.
No, the
other
it's for the people,
Yeah,
not for
my
us.
shirt. Like the
Why
fans
would
aren't
they-
going to sign our shirt. Why would a fan?
A fan comes up and signs Landon's shirt.
Dude,
Is this
actually,
the first
you know
stupid
what?
Dave moment?
No,
Like,
it
this is
is,
like one
yeah.
of the first stupid Dave moments.
You know what though?
no,
If
see,
people
like,
are going to be in
our
Disneyland
fans are
on those
more
days,
famous than
please
we
find Landon and sign his shirt. He'll be so mad.
are. Yeah, write some great adjectives, some descriptors that just sum up who Landon is as a person. What would you want on your shirt, Landon?
Insignificant. I'm just kidding. Pathetic. Washed up.
These are all good ones.
Oh man, we're running out of room.
There wasn't a spider on me.
And it's like freaking out. with
I'm
this-
sure you
I
could
have-
just like hear him like rustling his shirt.
I have a
Like,
ton of huge spiders that are like in my house.
Yeah, we just killed a giant one when we came.
It was
to the house.
tactical, dude.
That's
It
the
was-
third
it was-
spider that size I've killed.
It was about the size of a quarter, maybe.
No, it was
bigger.
bigger.
It was bigger.
It was underneath the couch. Mick and I lift the couch and like run away with it. And Landon just stomped on it.
Yeah.
Stood no chance.
Rip spider, but no, you're on another.
No, I hope it
person's
doesn't. I hope it
territory.
doesn't rest in peace. I hope it's suffering within spider hell.
What?
You heard him.
Spider hell.
Yeah,
Spider hell sounds way worse than regular hell.
because it's a bunch of spiders.
Yeah.
So,
No, but it's the spiders that are the subjects of the torture. So it's just a bunch of feet that are just stomping around
Speaking of
everywhere.
toes.
Yeah, speaking of feet.
Why every time I mention a foot, it's like, oh, Will, look at your toes, they're so big.
Will's shirt says big toes.
It does not.
Should though.
and then
Unless
there's
you
a picture of his foot on it.
Yeah, like the back of his shirt just says Will. Big toes.
Is that what his polo is going to say?
yeah, that's what I mean. Like,
I feel like I'm being blamed for my genetics.
you can trim
We're
them
not
down.
blamed.
You can get toe reduction
We're all just
surgery.
jealous.
Really? You want my big toes?
Sure.
No, I don't want.
I don't really want your big toes.
I don't want big toes.
They're a little too big. Stop. Please stop. Dude, you need to stop.
Just wiggling them in the camera.
Yeah. For the listeners out there, I am sticking my foot up, wiggling them slowly in front of Landon.
Thank you. Well,
Yeah, of course.
So what else do you
Anytime.
guys want to talk about?
I don't know. I feel kind of sick.
Yeah, same. I'm kind of about ready to, can we get Will out of my house?
Oh.
You brought this on yourself, man. You took your feet, you started waving
No,
them
no.
around.
It was your fault for talking about my toes.
I didn't bring it up. They did.
It's your fault for not covering your toes.
I feel like this is oppression.
Anyway, Dave, anything else?
Big toes matter.
oh my gosh.
Ooh.
Landon's crying hard.
that joke's not staying in.
Yeah, I'm trying not to get canceled, dog.
Was the political joke you wanted to make, was it worse than that? Or was it
I don't think it was that bad. No.
okay? So, gosh dang it.
I bought the
All
DLC for Bloodborne. That finally went on sale, so I snatched it up real quick. So I started that.
How is it?
It's cool. I like it. I haven't played very much of it, but I like Bloodborne, so it's fun just to
Cool.
to go back to it every couple days.
That's really neat.
Why is Lita being mean?
The problem is the way we have our setup is I can't see Landon, so I don't know what
It's
he's
nice.
I don't know what he's doing.
He is like as far away from the camera as he could get
And he
sitting
never
on the
tries.
couch.
He never tried.
Like he's purposely trying to get.
We need to get the cords. We could totally make it set up where all of us. It's so much work.
We could all just sit on that couch.
Yeah,
I've
that's
been
actually-
playing other games too.
Dave, we're talking about a couch right now.
Okay.
What other games have you been playing?
Have you been playing Phoenix Wright?
Yes, I've been playing Phoenix Wright. I'm in this.
What case you on?
I'm on the second. No, I'm on the third case, which
Okay.
is the samurai dude.
Steel Samurai.
Steel Samurai. But those games are pretty fun. I can kind of just I have it on the Switch, so I'll just be chilling out on the couch with Bree playing Phoenix Wright while we have something on the TV or something. But yeah, that game's cool, and I'm playing through. I got back into Pokemon Ultra Moon because I never beat it, so I have that too. That I'm messing around with. But I don't think any of you guys have played Pokemon games, so
I've played Platinum. That's it.
Isn't there a new Pokemon coming out?
There's 2 new ones.
there's 2 new ones.
There's
Yeah,
a remake of Pearl and Diamond, Shining Diamond, and what is it?
Gleaming Pearl.
Brilliant Pearl or something
Brilliant
like
Pearl
that.
and
It's
Shining
close.
Diamond. Is that
Aren't
what
they
it
all the
is?
same game?
It might be Shining Pearl.
No,
and Brilliant
no, they're not
Diamond.
all. Wait, what do you mean? Like, what do you mean?
like,
Are they all the same
Pokemon
game?
Right? Like,
It's the same thing.
yeah, they're all just like you catch the dumb critters and you have them fight each other, and then
I mean, it's the same that you can say like all the
Animal
Persona
cruelty.
games are the same
Animal
game,
cruelty.
right?
Yeah, or like
Persona.
all Call of Duty games are the
Or
same
all
game.
or all Call of Duty games
No,
are the same.
dude, Call of Duty Advanced Warfare and Call
Kevin
of
Each
Duty.
Spacey.
generation of Pokemon games, Landon
Very
introduces new Pokemon. Sometimes like over 100 or 150 more. You get a new zone, so a completely new area. You have new characters, and oftentimes you have new elements that are added to the games too. So little
That's a lot of
Wind.
changes for a kid's game. I'm sorry, I don't know.
It
how
can
that's wrong.
It can be
It
a
is
kid's
kind of
game.
a kid's game.
It can be a kid's game, but like I think
Wait, Pokemon?
Yeah.
Pokemon's definitely a kid's game.
Oh, it definitely is.
But, like-
I think it teaches kids bad things.
what?
It teaches animal
violence.
cruelty.
Yeah, like I bet like there's the overlap of like kids that play Pokemon that do dog fights and stuff.
yeah.
Competitively,
So
Pokemon
Persona
is
is better.
not.
We agree
Pokemon
Persona is
Pokemon
better.
leads to dogfighting.
Competitively, I would say
it for-
Pokemon is not
Pokemon
a
is a
child's game
gateway activity.
because of the complexity that's present in the,
And teaches
in the
kids that
fighting.
what's
smaller
the
animals can
complexity
beat
that's
big
present,
ones.
though,
Like when the kid
Dave?
brings their
What's-
chihuahua to the dog fight. I think it stands a chance, but it's gonna get killed.
Gets eaten up by this Rottweiler.
What's wrong with you?
I just imagine some kid walks into the ring, they just huck their chihuahua like a Pokeball.
They're like, I
Go,
choose
Chihuahua."
you, Bella.
So are you equating like what we do with video games is like that's what causes violent people and that it like affects
violent
us?
video games is what all real world violence is.
It all
When it
stems
became
from
the very thing he swore to destroy.
Yeah, there wasn't any violence before video games.
That's true. Yeah, war was invented in 1970
After Call of Duty.
when Pong was invented.
After Pong, like first person to lose a game of Pong was like,
Yeah.
went out and like fought somebody.
Assassinated the Archduke.
Oh my goodness. So
Yeah.
so I've been enjoying that. I've been enjoying Pokemon.
Have you, Dave, been enjoying?
Yes, I've been. I don't like them as much as the older games. I think the ones I liked the most were the ones that were the 4th generation games, which were Diamond, Pearl, and Platinum.
You didn't like Yellow?
No, I do, but I said I think the ones I like the most are Diamond, Pearl, and Platinum. So I'm looking forward to the remakes of them because the remakes of the games that they've done in the past, like when they did Fire Red, Leaf Green, and when they did Heart Gold and Soul Silver, those were really good, and they were almost better than the original games. So I'm cautiously optimistic about these because the last couple Pokemon games have been getting a lot easier, and sometimes like a lot easier. Pokemon Sword and Shield, there was almost no difficulty to the game, which was one reason I wasn't as much of a fan of that one.
That's the worst.
So,
turn-based combat games need to be difficult in order for them to be fun.
Yes,
else
and
it's just kill, move on to the next battle, kill.
I'd say the last like 2 Pokemon generations have had very little difficulty. Some of the original games, I'd say especially the first 3, maybe the first 4 generations, had some great difficulty, especially the like post-game stuff. And some of the, they're called battle towers is what they are, where you basically have to like win matches over and over again in a row so you could get certain type of gear and stuff. But also like in these new ones, they're just, I don't know, they're just not very hard, and it takes a lot of the fun out of it. So I'm hoping they don't do that with the remake game. The other one they're coming out with, which is Pokemon Arceus something, is
Legends or something.
Yeah,
like
Legends.
that.
It's not a new generation of games, so I don't think there's new Pokemon, and it's not even technically like a new zone. I think they're just renaming one of the existing zones they have, and that one, the gameplay is going to be a little bit different, but the graphics and everything still look like it's like a GameCube game.
Yeah, no,
So
both the new remakes look like cheeks.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah. So like,
it's bad.
I'm like,
What?
I'm really upset.
What?
I'm really upset with that because like at the least,
look
at the
like
le- at
butt.
the yeah, it's true. Like he's not lying. Will's
They
not
look
lying.
bad.
Like if they did this Arceus Legends game like they did Breath of the Wild or something, like it could be like a cool game. And I think it's going to be like well under that from what I've seen so far.
It looks worse than Breath of the Wild.
Oh, by far.
graphically, and it came out 4 years ago.
Yeah. It looks worse probably
Wild came out 4 years ago?
than
Yeah,
Skyward
4.5
Sword.
years ago.
Jeez.
Ew.
Yeah. It's not yeah. I don't know
It's not
what
good.
the issue is. What I've read online is that like all the people that work at Game Freak are the same people that have worked there for decades, and they're just complacent, and there's not a lot of them, and they make a butt ton of money on these games anyway, so they don't have to
Cheap
try
ton.
very hard, which I guess would make sense. I don't know if this is all true. It's just stuff I've seen online from people complaining.
Cheap ton of money.
But it's a bummer because like the Pokemon universe and the gameplay and everything is really cool, and I really enjoy that aspect of the world. But I think they've squandered some of that, especially the last 2 to 3 generations of Pokemon games. So like with each subsequent game, I enjoy it less and less. And at some point, some of those
Yeah.
games were some of my favorite.
There's
and when I
there's
go back,
nothing worse. Yeah, I
Go
was
ahead.
just gonna say there's nothing worse than watching like one of your favorite franchises go downhill. That's
Yeah.
one of the worst things ever. Sorry, go ahead.
yeah, it's not fun. But I will go back sometimes to some of the older games. Like I'll pop in Heart Gold or, Platinum or something. And I love those. Those are so much fun.
I never got into Pokemon as a kid, and then Pokemon Go came out. So
Pokemon-
that's all my Pokemon knowledge.
Oh,
Is that still around?
It's not even made by Game Freak.
Pokemon
Pokemon
Go is stupid. It could have been cool. It could have been cool, but it's
Yep.
stupid.
Is it still a thing?
I believe
Yeah.
so.
I'm sure that's-
Yeah. It's a
I think
mobile game.
Friend of the
so-
show Jordan was
Yeah.
talking about
Oh
getting
my
back
gosh!
into it.
No, he did. I watched him the other day.
He cheat.
We were out in public. Yeah, he had to get a new account because he cheated on his last one and got removed.
Like, who would cheat?
Huh?
in a
How do you
Pokemon
cheat
Go?
in Pokemon
He
Go?
downloaded like an auto walker, so like through like a third party.
So
Would
he
send his
wasn't
phone to, like,
walking.
California.
Yeah, it would like
Doesn't
send
work.
like different location pings to Pokemon Go.
That takes the whole fun.
So-
Isn't that the whole air quote fun of the
Yes.
game is going out to catch your own Pokemon in places? Gosh.
Yeah. So anyway, I watched him the other day in public with no shame, trying to catch Pokemon. So
If
we
it was
gotta shut
easier
that
to
down.
play,
He's listening right now. I know he is. Stop playing the game.
if it was easier to play some of the DS or the 3DS games, I would actually recommend people try those. I wouldn't recommend the Switch game at all to anyone, even people that are like diehard Pokemon fans. But like you can't buy 3DSs anymore, you can't buy DSs anymore. So if you don't have one, you're out of luck. I think they should find a way to like release some of those on the Switch because the older games are really fun and they hold up, and they were sprite based. So it's kind of like it's a style that doesn't age in a sense.
Yeah.
So like it doesn't look bad. When they switched to 3D Pokemon games,
They look
like
terrible.
they started looking bad, and they never were something that I was like looking at the graphics being like, man, these are awful. And it got to the point that it's like they tried to make a jump, but they did it way too late, and they didn't catch up to where they should have when they made that jump to 3D. Like they started out with PS2 graphics kind of when PlayStation 4 was out. So
Pokemon sucks.
Pokemon doesn't suck. It
Animal
sucks.
violence.
It sucks right now.
Animal violence.
But there's the thing that made Pokemon good still exists, and those games are still out there, and they're still really fun. And it's still like when I was 13 or 14, I got into competitive Pokemon multiplayer where you'd battle with people, and that was some of the most fun I had
You're
doing
gonna
multiplayer
time
games.
out. Before you overshare, just keep in mind this is public information.
Well, yeah, that's the point.
Okay. I wouldn't have shared that person.
In between my WoW raid.
That's what I'm saying.
No, it was cool. I had a lot of
It
fun.
looks
doing
like a
it.
ton of fun.
Sounded
my biggest
super cool when you
It
said
was a
my
lot of
biggest
fun.
problem. My biggest problem when I played Pokemon was that it was honestly pretty easy because I could just use the same attacks over and over again, then rest at some place, and then go back and use the same attacks over and over again. At least I was at the point of the game where it seemed pretty dang easy. So sounds like it'd be fun, like some competitive element where you actually have to plan around what another person is going to do. So
Yeah, and
I mean, sounds fun
that's
to me.
why I like the later game, like the Elite Four in the original game or the post game stuff, because you have to focus more on like Pokemon types and what your abilities are, what your moves are, your Pokemon's types, the Pokemon opponent's types, what held items are being used by you or the other Pokemon, and you have like you can basically level your Pokemon to like be strong in certain ways by fighting certain Pokemon. They're called effort values. So like if you fight Pokemon that are strong with physical attacks, that Pokemon's physical attack will get a little bit higher. So like you could basically build a good competitive team by like a lot of hard work. And then you would be playing people that did the same thing, and so it was like really cool, like kind of like the most advanced like rock paper scissors with basically 18 types of
rock paper
and scissors.
Yeah.
So like it was a fun gameplay wise, but also it was a fun mind game. So like as like Will, who likes like fighting games, because that's kind of the whole thing too, is like it's
a mind
also
game.
a mind game. That's one thing I enjoyed
rock, paper,
specifically.
scissors, yeah.
That's one thing I enjoyed specifically with Pokemon was the mind aspect of that as well.
I want a first-person shooter Pokemon game.
Wait, where you shoot Pokeballs?
I
or-
shoot him up, slice
like
him up.
Doom. I want
Like Doom, yeah.
Isn't there
You're
one of
shooting
those
all the Pokemon.
You're doing
Like-
glory kills to like Raichu. You like rip off his tail. or-
Pikachu, you rip his head off. Like,
You shove your arm down like Arbok's throat and you turn him inside out.
Well, damn, let's not go too far.
Oh, sorry. You pluck all the scales off of Sam Shrew. So he's a little bloody mouse.
Oh my god,
dude, what?
Dun, 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 dun.
you're a villain, man.
Yeah, we know. We know that.
Do they ever have like stories in Pokemon? Like, it's like a really loose story, right?
Kind of. That's another thing is like the first 3 games, I would say the stories were okay. Like they were pretty serviceable. And then after that, they just got like worse and worse.
Get gym badges.
Beat, what is it, Team?
Rocket.
Yeah.
They're blasting off again.
Yeah, then you beat the Elite Four and then you beat the champion.
Is the champion like, is the champion like Michael Vick?
Gosh dang it. Speaking of The Wire, there's a funny scene. It's in season. Is it in season 3 or is it into season 2?
With the dog fight?
Yeah, with the dog fight.
That's in season 3.
Yeah, so there's a guy who implicates himself by he's talking about like he shot his dog, but the investigators think they're using dog like homie, like friend. So they're like we got him dead to rights. Like where's the dog? Like
DAWG.
Yeah.
They thought it meant that. Like, yeah, because he's on the phone. He's like, oh man, I haven't been able to sleep.
I just remember seeing his bloody body on the floor and like
let him down.
And like he was like the crux of part of their investigation, and they were so close, and they blew their wire to take this guy in, and it didn't pan out because
it was funny.
Yeah,
because they're like making fun of him in like the interrogation room. They're like, "You idiot, you blew it," and he's like, "Man, you guys are cruel, dude." Like, where's the body? He's like, "Oh, where I buried him." Like, that scene's funny.
Good show.
Cheese.
Can't wait to watch it.
Yeah, well, watch it, Will.
Yeah, y'all should watch it. Everybody should watch it.
If I had an HBO Max account, I would get watch it.
It's worth the investment, right, Colby?
I don't know. I don't have it.
You should get some. Get you some HBO Max. Treat yourself. Get a month. See if you don't regret it.
Okay. Anything else you guys want to talk about?
Nah, I'm good.
We should probably wrap up.
Are you gonna wrap us up?
Wait for Colby to say
I
something.
thought he was gonna say something.
Colby doesn't.
No, looks like he wants to.
No, I'm just lurking.
Okay. Well, that's the show, guys. Thanks for listening this week, and we'll be back next week for more entertainment.
Toe talk.
Gosh.
Will's Wonders has been canceled. Replaced by
Will's
Toe Talk.
Will shows up next week with like steel-toed boots.
Basically.
Well,
That's what we're asking.
Basically.
Now.
Well,
Big toe freak.
If we had the
Alright.
video version of the podcast, like his toes would be blurred out.
All right, bye.
Okay, bye.
bye.
Gaberbader.
Thank you for listening to this week's episode of the Hotkeys podcast. You can find us on iTunes, Google Play, Spotify, Castbox, YouTube, and other podcasting platforms. Visit our website, www.hotkeyspodcast.com. Follow us on Twitter at Hotkeys Podcast and join our Facebook group at facebook.com/HKHotkeys. Please like and review us and subscribe to the show on whichever platforms you use. Finally, you can contact us via email at hosts@hotkeyspodcast.com.